Some of you have been in a space of feeling restricted, okay? Some of you have felt restricted, or some of you have tricked yourself into feeling restricted because certain things might not be going your way, or you're finding that there are a lot of obstacles when you're trying to move towards certain endeavors or certain things you're trying to do at the minute, okay? It's not restriction, it's protection. You are moving at a quicker pace than what your timelines are trying to kind of catch up to, and there is this slowing down of momentum. That again, there's this emphasis on rest, okay? And there's this emphasis on strategy, accumulating a strategy and making sure that the strategy is foundational and that it's correct for what it is that you are trying to achieve or what you are trying to bring into fruition. So, you know how people will come up with plans and so on and so forth, and the plans have to go to like a T. They're saying that you need guidelines. You need to be in this space where whatever strategy you have it's somewhat in a realistic sense, where you know that certain things might go wrong or things might not go to plan or things might be out of your control. You need to have, I'm hearing lackluster. I don't know if that's a word. You need to have a wiggle room for things that might not necessarily go your way, or for things that you cannot control. It's currently raining right now, so there is like a massive clearing out energetically of all the things that are not serving you. We literally just had the Cancer full moon, okay? So you may be in a space of still purging and clearing out a lot of emotions, and some of you could be clearing out your homes as well. So there could be a lot of like deep cleaning that you're doing, getting ready for the upcoming year, all of these kind of things. Some of you are even clearing out your clothes. I'm hearing some people say, some people are clearing out their underwear drawer, their boxer drawer, shoes, bags, hats, shirts, tops, pajamas. You lot are changing up everything. I'm also seeing that routine. There's an emphasis on routine. Some of you are, so this is what I'm seeing. Some of you have been in a space where you've just kind of felt like you've been in this limbo. You've been in this muddy place and you don't know how to get yourself out. And the best thing that you can do right now is focus on what you need, okay? So some of you maybe have been up in your self-care, or just up in the things that bring you clarity and the things that make you feel comfortable. You've just been focusing on self because that's the only thing that you can control, self, okay? Which is good. This is all in line with what is to come. I'm also hearing that some of you are going to be having a spontaneous weekend or weekender, okay? Weekend bender for some of you, okay? Some of you might not be in the space of drinking, but I'm hearing that some of you have been in the house for way too long and you've got certain friends and family members that are going to be dragging you out the house, okay? Some of you could be celebrating birthdays coming up this weekend, or you could be going to a birthday party. This could be someone that you know or someone that you don't know. But there is some type of celebration here. However, this is going to be a spontaneous weekend that you needed. It's going to elevate your vibration for the week ahead, and it's also going to give you certain epiphanies about where you've been holding yourself stagnant and where you've maybe been adulting a little bit too much. There's supposed to be some type of wiggle room for your inner child to breathe, or the innocence and fun childlike part of you to kind of like be untamed, okay? Be wild in a sense, is what I'm hearing. All right, you could be meeting somebody this weekend as well, is also significant, or you could be meeting a group of people. But this is something about, this is actually going to start getting you out of the house more. Some of you may have been in a phase or in a cycle of hermit mode. What was that? What card was that? Savings. Okay, some of you could have been in a space where you staying at home because you was trying to get your money right, you was trying to save and so on and so forth. I do feel like you're in a space where your money is where it's supposed to be. However, even if your money's not where it's supposed to be and you've been trying to avoid going out because you want to save money, all of the money that you have spent, all of the money that you are investing in yourself is coming back to you. Remember, money is just an extension of the currency that is you, okay? So there's something here about that. Some of you are in this space where you're like, there's this need for you to, you feel like you need to get serious, and with you getting serious, it's like you've basically outruled everything fun. You're like, this year I'm minimizing my outings, I'm not meeting up with nobody, I'm not doing this. Some of you can really feel the call to really be get on your ambitions and really move forward with the things that you want to do. However, Spirit is saying that there needs to be a balance. You need to have a balance between play. Need to have a balance between fun. And obviously, you need to have a balance with your priorities and your responsibilities. Don't outrule them altogether. You can't just be in one energy for extended long periods of time, because it starts to have an effect on you. And I'm hearing Aries. So Aries, we know Aries and Leos, you guys are fun people, right? So some of you could, and you are hardworking people as well, but some of you have been more on the hardworking side than you have been on the fun side, and you need some of that fun energy to help open up the momentum for you to accumulate more of the money that you want to be able to save and put towards the things that you want to put towards, okay? Duality is on the bottom of the deck, is also what I saw. Celebration, I did say celebration. So there is something that's being celebrated. I'm also feeling like there's something that you have recently achieved in silence that you haven't shared with nobody, and you may have shared it with maybe one person. You're going to share it with one person, and you don't realize that this person is actually going to be throwing you a full-pledged celebration for that. So some of you could have recently just got a degree, or some of you could have recently been promoted, or some of you could have recently just opened up a business and you've recently just shared this with a person. This may have been an achievement that you achieved maybe, so I'm seeing like 2 to 3 to 7 months back. However, you never really celebrated it. You just shared it with one particular person, okay? Some of you could have got qualified as beauticians and nannying or something like that, or you've opened up your own nannying, your child minding services, or like a nannying services, or like a nursery or some sort. But there's something that you've done, you've achieved something, and you are going to be celebrated for it. So it's either someone's throwing you some type of celebration, or you've told someone in particular and they're celebrating you for it, or you're getting your flowers from this person. But there's something about you receiving something, okay? And this is also spirits doing as well. There's something about them rewarding you for this achievement or something like that. I do see dancing as well. So somewhere, wherever you're going this weekend, whenever you're watching this video, because it's going to be timeless, you are going to be dancing. Some of you could be getting back into dance. Some of you could have got a dancing instructor degree. You're just, there's something about movement here, okay? Some of you could have got your yoga teaching certificate. Some of you could have recently qualified as a scholar, okay? For engineering as well, something about engineering. But there is something here about celebration, okay? Kick off the party with activities, have a great time, plan for joyful future. So this is what I'm saying. It's okay to work and save for things and so on and so forth. However, there is this element of making sure that you just keep that youthfulness of you alive, that fun aspect of you alive, that childlike wonder of you alive, because that is what you came into this world with. And when that starts to dwindle, you kind of become a robot to the system, and you don't want to become a robot to the system. So yeah, you might be in a space where you're like, okay, I've really got to get my head down and I need to focus. However, don't outrule fun altogether. Do you understand? Because I also feel like by you having this spontaneous weekend and more spontaneous events to come, there are going to be people that you're going to be meeting who are going to help you to get on some kind of social status, some sort of like fame, something, not so much fame as in like celebrity fame, but recognition, okay? There's something about recognition. But I did say that you are getting your flowers for something, okay? There's something here about you're on the come up in whatever way that means to you. Mind power, yeah, lead with your mind. So some of you have been ruling out emotions a lot lately. Some of you have really been focused on getting your money up. This is very significant. So you've been in a space of just using your mind to kind of plan how you want to move forward with certain things. Also, your mind's been on someone in particular, okay? You've also been in a space of planning resources. So some of you could have been applying for funding, money of some sort. So some of you have decided to work with certain people who have funding to help you with your projects. I just saw the light flicker. All right. Electrical engineering, something to do with electricity. So I don't know if some of you are electricians or plumbers or something like that, or you're opening up some type of company like that. But whatever you're doing, it's leading to sweet success. So all of this saving and everything that you're doing for your future is working in your favor. However, Spirit is just saying to balance it out, because if it's not balanced, then you're going to have an imbalance, and the imbalance is going to cause you more stress than you feel like you're in right now, okay? Star power. Remember I said to you, there's something about fame. Step into the spotlight, become an influencer, company become an influencer of the company and earn fame and popularity. So some of you are opening up companies. I'm hearing Fortune 500 companies or high estate companies. Some of you are realtors as well. Something about housing. All right, some of you have completely switched directions. Okay, some of you may have thought you was going in the wrong direction. Something didn't feel right about the current path that you was on, probably about maybe, I want to say about 1.5 to 2 years ago, and you decided to completely switch. You switched from one way of living to a completely different one. So say you was a lawyer, you've now gone to being someone who wants to be a pilot. Pilots could be significant, flights could also be significant. So there was something about you feeling like you was on the wrong path. Or for those of you who feel like you're currently on the wrong path, you're not. It's just that there's something about you having to slow down, or there's something about this great pause, this planned pause, the sacred pause, okay? Because there's certain things that are lining up for you. You have to remember there are energies that you may not be able to see with your physical eyes that are helping you right now, and they can see what kind of trajectory you're going in. And if you are moving a little bit quicker than let's say the planned schedule, you need to slow down so everything can work out the way it needs to before you can start your course and movement of action again, okay? Wealth, I told you, you don't need to worry about anything. Money is on its way, it's coming, okay? You are walking the path of wealth because you are the wealth. Do you understand? You are the wealth, okay? Now, I feel like for some of you who have been worrying about money and all of these things, put it to the wayside for a minute. I know it's easier said than done. I get it. Because some people like, yeah, but Seraphic, I got bills to pay, and my child needs this, and honey, I get it. But where there's a will, there's a way. Do you understand? And there hasn't been a situation that you have gone through that you haven't been able to get yourself out of. Do you get it? Okay? Universe and source will provide every single time, okay? And you have that aspect of source within you, so you can trust that everything will be worked out for you, okay? There's something here about linking up your wealth with your wellness as well. So you may start noticing that the better you look after yourself, the more that you are receiving in terms of your currency, okay? It's like there's something about your energetic frequency being fine-tuned, and because it's being fine-tuned, you're in a space of being able to why is my light flickering? I'm trying to see something, if that's no. Okay, there's a lot of energy in here. So yeah, there's something about syncing up your wellness with your wealth. There's something here about you working out. There's something about how you doing. Someone's either getting into Pilates, yoga, stretching, Qigong, Tai Chi. Someone's joining a monastery, or someone wants to develop some type of discipline. So someone could be going on a venture to be like a monk, or they're choosing to walk the path of the sage, which requires certain requirements and things like that, and so on and so forth. There's something here about discipline to do with your wellness, and with that wellness, it's helping to accumulate your wealth, okay? Like when you change up your diet and you start to really pour into yourself, and I feel like this is what it is you're pouring into yourself. You're tuning out all of the distractions around you, and you're choosing to pour into yourself. And I feel like you've up leveled when it comes to that as well. Like before you may have had issues with not being able to kind of balance your distractions as well as look after yourself, but now you're in a space where it's like you can look after yourself because you've created those healthy boundaries to deal with those distractions or things of that nature, okay? So there's definitely something here about that. All right, Spirit saying something about connection with somebody as well. So we're going to see what this is. Let me take my ego out of this for a little bit. Let me take my ego out of this for a minute. Wait. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Something about meeting someone this weekend. Let's see. What do you want to say? Intensifying. There's something about a connection intensifying between someone, like an accelerated, intensifying. This is what I'm saying. You can't make this shit up. Accelerated motion, okay? A wish is coming through for you. Some of you that are in partnerships already, there is something here about your relationship's improving in some sort of sense, or taking it to the next level. If you're not married, some of you are going to be getting engaged. If you are engaged and married, there's something about a child possibly coming in here. I'm hearing something about childbearing years, okay? But I feel like for those of you that I'm speaking to, that doesn't even apply for you, but there's something here about accelerated emotion when it comes to a connection with somebody, okay? Especially because the focus here is on this star, okay? I feel like there's a lot of wishes that some of you have made. For those of you that are single, this wish of a partnership is coming in for you, and it's coming in for you tenfold. I feel like you've been wanting this for a very, very long time, and things are about to come full circle. There was a lot of karmic clearing that you had to do that wasn't even necessarily yours, that you brought into this, that you came into this life with. A lot of this stuff that you was clearing out may have been ancestral, okay? And I'm also hearing environmental, but you've cleared out a lot of that now because of the number 8 on here, which does represent like cycles and things like that. The infinite symbol is very significant, and I see you looking up to the sky, like how she's looking up to the star in this particular card, and wishing. It's like wishing upon a star, asking, you know, source, okay, when is it going to be my time? When am I going to connect with somebody who truly gets me, and things of that nature? And I do feel like that's coming in for you, and I feel like some of you could meet this particular person this weekend. However, I'm also hearing choices as well, so some of you are going to have choices when it comes to love. Yeah, throat chakra, so there's going to be some type of communication. Yeah, movement. I said choices, bitch, you can't make this shit up. Movement, choices, and decisions, okay? Some of you could have about 4 to 5 decisions that you got to make. And did I not say something about marriage and commitment, okay? Look, can you see the wedding rings here? See the wedding rings? Money. This looks like air. This is like earth, okay? The colours orange, yellow, pink, green, and blue could be significant, okay? A memorial weekend could also be significant as well. So some of you could, I don't know what dates Memorial Weekend falls on, but that could be significant. You could be meeting someone around Memorial Weekend, okay? And this is 2, which 2 does talk about partnerships, okay? I feel like you are in a space of being aware this weekend though, okay? When you meet this person, I feel like there's something that is going to be very significant. There's going to be some type of spark. Some of you might start to get like a little bit of an energy or a tingling in the head, okay? And I say that because of the card here. You might feel like a little bit lightheaded, or you may feel sprinkles, or there's something significant about the head when you meet this particular person, is what I'm seeing. But there is definitely going to be some choices. And with the throat chakra, there is something about here about communication, expression. When you do go out this weekend though, I do feel like you just need to be your full self. If your friends are telling you to get up and dance, and you're someone who's a little bit more reserved, or you've chosen to be a bit more reserved because that's what ties in with social status and society and whatever, and you don't want to look too bougie, fuck all of that. Go out and dance, shake your ass, shake your hips, dance, shake all of that trauma that might be still trapped in your body off, bitch. Go and dance. Just okay? I mince my words for that, bitch, okay? Go and dance. Let yourself be you. I cannot make this shit up, okay? Love begins, honey, okay? There is something here significant about some kind of partnership and you meeting somebody. You see how the meeting of 2 hands and they're pouring, and I feel like this is going to be something that's a balanced connection. Rainbows are significant. 1 is significant. 1852 is significant, and 16 is significant. Memories of love. So this could be someone from the past, or this could be someone who you've seen in crossing but you haven't seen them for a while, and you haven't seen them for a while, you end up running into this person at this particular event or wherever it is that you are going. Some of you are just going to be going out to eat, and you end up seeing this person sitting across the way from you, from where you're dining with your friends or family or whoever it may be, okay? Some of you have been asking for this, but some of you have been in a space that where you have given up on it. Someone here has pretty toes. Some of you gonna be showing off your toes this weekend. Men included. Because some of y'all men have some nice feet. Something here about a sacrifice. Please clarify sacrifice. Number 12 is significant. Something here about rainbows. Rainbows talks about new beginnings. For me, rainbows also talks about source's favor over your life as well, especially after hardships and certain things you've had to endure and go through. So there's something here about a path now opening up for you for your highest good. Please clarify sacrifice card. What is this sacrifice? You see how she looks like a dancer though, and she's throwing all caution to the wind. Look, she's like, fuck this. I got favor over my life. She even looks like a dancer. She kind of reminds me of like a ballerina. Yeah, she kind of looks like a ballerina to me. Hawaii could also be significant. The flower in her hair is very significant as well. So flowers, you could be getting gifted flowers. I'm also hearing Lady of Leisure. Some of you could be gifted a Apple Watch or a Samsung watch or some type of watch. You're being gifted a gadget watch. You just recently got a gadget watch, okay? The music symbol is also significant, but the card that clarified sacrifice is material and spiritual prosperity. So you had to go through a lot of sacrifices in this life. You've had to go through a lot of sacrifices in the last 2 to 3 years is what I'm seeing, okay? And you've been in a space where a lot of the sacrifices you've made has been leading you to this happy point, okay? See how he's looking over and he's in the space where he's like, okay, I'm finally here now. A lot of things you didn't do, like you stopped going out, you stopped doing this, you stopped doing a lot of things so that you could experience this part of your life. And now that you've got to it, you're happy. But at the same time, it's almost like you're looking back and you're like, okay, I've had to make a lot of sacrifices. Or some of you are in this space feeling like, okay, I've made all these sacrifices for where... And I was just about to hold the cards backwards. So some of you could have felt like you was making sacrifices, but it was taking you back. Okay, the color purple could also be significant. It's like he was taking sacrifices, but you felt like those steps taking you backwards instead of forwards. And you was like, but hold on, I'm supposed to be going forwards. So how am I going backwards? Okay, but it weren't that you was going backwards. It's just that there were certain things that required you to be in that standstill for that minute, so you could observe what was going on around you and really put that in your toolkits of survival skills for your next chapter and cycles that you're going to be journeying through. Do you get it? But there is a lot of material and spiritual prosperity that's coming to you. Some of you have been in the space of really just grounding your spiritual prosperity, and now it's coming into fruition. Okay, and I feel like whoever you may be meeting is someone who is better off, well off, who's got money. Trust your intuition. Okay, your intuition's been guiding you. Some of you have been walking a path that not a lot of people walk. You've had to make decisions that a lot of people wouldn't make. You've really had to go on your own accord, trust what you was feeling intuitively, okay, while taking your mind and logic with you. Material harvest. Damn, but that's what I'm saying, because even the other cards, we was getting wealth. There's something about you. You got money coming in, bitch. That's all I gotta say. And it's not just money. You got like I said, with the resource card here, you had the wealth card as well. You had social status. You had all of these different, where's the cards? You had star power. So there was something here about harvest, okay? The more you have, the more you have to give, okay? And you see how this person is receiving his harvest. Like I said, it's not just money, but it could be food, it could be health, it could be all of these things. But you see how he's got these things, but he's praying for them. This is something you've been praying for. This is something you've been setting healthy intentions for. This is something you've been in a space of being like, do you know what, source, if you give this to me, I promise you I will look after it. I will do anything you ask me to do, so on and so forth. You've been pleading, but now that you've received it, or when you do receive it, continue to pray over these things. Some of you need to practice maybe praying over your food, or praying over the things that you receive, praying over your clothes, praying over your home, praying over your kids. There's something here about praying or setting just loving intentions over the things that you have and being grateful for them. This is a period right now between January and March, okay, to really be grateful for the things that you have, so you can ground that gratitude to bring you more of what you are wanting and not even in a space of expecting, okay? Some of you can feel this harvest coming as well. And I feel like for some of you, this harvest is coming via way of a person. Yeah, solitude. Okay? Some of you could be in this space of solitude, or some of you are coming out of this solitude because this is a number 9. Some of you have been gaining knowledge of self, okay? Some of you have been studying your own soul book information. Some of you could be reading the Bible, the Quran. I'm hearing sacred text. There's something here about sacred text here. And the funny thing is you don't look like the type of person that would study. You could be someone who comes off as someone who's bougie, or you look a certain way and people would never think that you're into things like quantum physics or quantum mechanics or laws of entanglement or, you know, things like that. Or they would look at you and they wouldn't think that you're like a priest of some type or things of that nature. Okay, you come off very different, and you purposely do that as well because you want people to judge you. You know, they say don't judge a book by its cover, but you want people to judge you so that you can show people not everything that glitters is gold. Not everything you see is one way. Rest and rejuvenation. So remember the beginning of the reading, I did say this. Some of you need to get out into nature. There's something very significant here about you being in a space of getting out into nature, okay? And some of you are needing to ground this energy. Some of you are needing to meditate. There's something, confirmation, there's something here about solitude and this rest and rejuvenation that you're currently in, which brings answers, okay? Something in your meditation is going to bring you some kind of answer, some kind of clarity, harmony. I told you, there's some type of partnership coming in. And this is something to do with your sacred mate. Something sacred between the two of you. Some of you, this is going to hit you out of nowhere. Universe, completion. Sources on your side guiding all of this. I'm going to leave the reading there. I ain't going to pull no more cards. Forget it. I bless that message resonates. Send you loads of love. I'll see y'all next message. Liar.